Runs favourite. There they go. They're off. London's Image actually stepped out of the machine first. Cessation began only fairly. Taropa's gathered pace, and so's Platinum Shot driving through. And Black Aura's going to sit just in behind those near the rail. Getting back soon after the start. At the head of the others is Earthstorm when they get going. And a good margin. Rissol's back last of all. Petula. So Taropa leads them. At the 750 in the Marjorie Charleston. Taropa 1/2 to 3/4 on Cessation. 2 lengths London's Image, who got the drop on them. Platinum Shot 4th on the rails at the 600. Then came Black Aura. She's back over on the inside of Earthstorm with nowhere to go at the moment. Then came Petula about to tack onto the back with Rissoles. But as they come off the corner at the 400, Taropa led the way. Only a next Cessation, who looked to be going as well. Then 2.5 lengths London's Image. Followed further back Platinum Shot, Black Aura. At the 200, Taropa joined by Cessation. In pursuit, London's Image. Petula comes down the outside. London's Image goes up, joins Cessation. Petula, Rissoles running on. London's Image, though, hits the front. Fiore does it again. London's Image has won from a blanket finish. Earthstorm getting through late. Rissoles between them, Petula and Cessation. In behind them came Platinum Shot. Taropa dropping right out after leading. And back last is Black Aura. Well, there's a race that didn't really run to the script. But London's Image for Grant and Delana Williams. Another feature race winner for Lucy Fiore. And she gave it a 10 out of 10. The Headwater mare, London's Image, wins her 7th race from 23. Scoring from an awfully good go for the minor placings. Oh, they were there. Cessation kicked back. Cessation, Earthstorm, Rissoles, Petula. All in a group. 1's the winner. 6 gets second. Down on the fence, Cessation. Number 6 in the blanket go for minor spots. Gets second. 9 third. Earthstorm. And 5 Rissoles from the back runs 4th in the time of 1:09.21. 1:09.21. 3/4 ahead were the margins. London's Image for Sean Buckley's Ultra Horse Syndicate by Headwater from New Image. Prepared by Grant and Delana Williams. A double for the yard and a double for Lucy Fiore here this afternoon. Joins Holly Watson and Holly Nottle. Cessation, she's brave there sitting outside the speed. We expected her to lead and lead comfortably. But she didn't quite get the step they would have liked. And found herself having to do the bullocking outside Taropa, who surprisingly led them. 34.69 the back end 600, and they did run some very sharp sectionals there. So it was set up beautifully for London's Image. And third going the way of Earthstorm on return by Calix, Russell Stewart, Sean O'Donnell, and hit the line really well. Just had to get off the heels, in fact, of London's Image, about 50 from the post. So there it was, the Marjorie Charleston, London's Image, proving too good for her rivals, with Lucy Fiore teaming up with Grant and Delana Williams. We go to race 8, the Bisley Workwear over 1400. Excel train number 1 comes out. They'll jump at 4:24 in the second leg of the quaddie. Lockie Taylor, in the meantime, joins us downstairs here in the mounting enclosure, and it just mapped out beautifully for a very much informed Lucy Fiore.
Did it ever, Darren? It was a wonderful ride once again from Lucy Fiore. Every single move at the moment just appears to be the right move. 1 out, 1 back, on the back of what was going to be her main danger on a day like today in Cessation. Just followed Luke Campbell's every single move. And that was after the fact that Cessation had to work hard in the early stages of the race to settle outside the lead of Taropa. Lucy Fiore just used her up so well in the first 200, 300, 400 metres of the event. And back to fillies and mares grade Scott, London's Image, with a run like that, she was always going to be hard to run down.
And she just seems to go around at price points that defy a little bit of belief. I mean, today she was the best suited under the set weights and penalties conditions as the highest rated mare in this lineup here. I tipped into Cessation, just trying to play into the conditions of the day. And then how often do you say it looks like she'll find the front cheaply and then they miss away? It's probably the first time in her life that she hasn't stepped brilliantly, Cessation, but she was still very game into second placing. We talked about Earthstorm being probably the highest rated class 1 that you could think of. Well, well, her rating just goes up again here today after running third. And Rissol's against the pattern, really, really good there into fourth. Probably, in my opinion, the two disappointments out of the race, the obvious being Black Aura from barrier number 1, ended up 3 and 4 back the fence. Just looked like she was chasing and a little bit uncomfortable with the speed of the race. But Taropa, considering that she found the front there, she's better than that. She absorbed the pressure from Cessation, but didn't have a lot to offer on straightening. I
agree. She raced flat to my eye, perhaps backing up off 7 days off that first up run in a higher rating Roma Cup. Just took the edge off Taropa. But on this winner, Scott, London's Image, if you were Grant Lana Williams, would you be backing her up into a Joey next week, a Joey worth 200,000, or would you wait a couple of weeks, go to 1,400 metres of a Sheila Gwynn? That's worth 125,000 and is at black type level. What would you do?
I suppose in the end, when you're purchased for adding black type to the CV, Lockie, you go the black type route. But look, it'd be very tempting to go next week because she'd be awfully hard to beat. I would think off the top of my head, maybe Repossession's a favourite in a race like the Joey. Lucy Fiora joins us now. Lucy, she must be really rewarding this mare. Obviously, behind the scenes, they've done a lot of work to reprogram her, but it's just paying dividends.
Yeah, it is, and I'm really happy to have the ride and lucky, and Grant Lyon doing a great job with her, and I know there's more there. I feel like she's getting more and more honest the more she's racing.
You were sitting in the jocks room thinking about how the race might pan out for you. I'm expecting it couldn't have gone any better.
No, it was pretty perfect. On paper, it kind of did look like I would end up 1-1, but, you know, that's the way a race runs and the way the book reads can be two different things. But just the speed on, and she was able to sit back and not pull and sit back off the heels of the horse in front of her and not pull, and then she had a great turn of foot.
She's well suited at the set weights penalties conditions, but she's also had to go 5 weeks between runs, and for a mare and a filly like her that's had a few issues, being on the fresh side could have been a red flag today.
No, I think fresh for her is good. A few of her really good runs have seemed to have been fresh, and I think when you're like, oh, she's going to win this one, then you just run a second or a third, so that's good.
Let's refocus now into Wonderfully Made in today's WATC Derby.
Yeah, well, hopefully she wins. I'll be giving it my best and see how they all line up.
Where do you see her in the run?
Wing it, but hopefully 1-1.
Wing it and win it. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Lucy Fury. She continues to ride on the crest of a wave and just absolutely dominate proceedings. Here at Ascot, it's London's Image for Grant Lana Williams, taking out the first of our feature events on today's program, the City of Belmont Marjorie Charleston Classic. But our attention on Racing WATV and Racing.com now turns to race 6 at Narrogin. It's the Ike Kempton Memorial Handicap over 1,190 metres. Matty, let's start our preview with the one, Pretty Divine, for Mac Hall and Johnny Webster.
Not a bad little 52-plus event we have here, Lockie. Pretty Divine, I think she's our likely leader here. Just a very consistent now 7-year-old mare. You saw Shani, her last few starts, has been able to find the front at York and just really be able to try and hold on. It's just being done by Good Vibes, who